is Michelle from North Carolina.
Hey, Michelle from North Carolina. How you doing today?
I am in quarantine for COVID number 2.
Oh, no. Can you taste anything or?
You know, I'm good this time. The last time I lost my taste and smell for almost 2 years.
Oh, my
It finally
gosh.
came back.
How'd you get it back? How'd you get it back?
You know what? I think science, you got stem cells in there and they just have to completely regrow. It's a wild thing.
That's wild.
Is that actually what happens? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. What was the first thing
It
you...
just like, it just sort of napalms your entire olfactory system. It's a weird virus, that's for sure. It's an occupational hazard for me. I'm a flight attendant. So.
Oh, flight attendant.
I was gonna peg you as maybe like a professor of some sort. You sounded very articulate, and what you're saying, I would believe you if you were a professor. So.
No, I work on a private jet, so now I'm a
little
right there with the lifestyles of the rich and shameless. It's not a fun job, but it's a living.
Okay.
Wow.
Jeez.
What was the first thing you tasted when you got your taste back?
I think it was probably dark chocolate. That was the first thing. You couldn't taste that forever.
Oh, good for you.
Oh.
Well,
so were you a commercial flight attendant at any point?
No, I wasn't. Never had the pleasure. I went straight to the top. No pun intended. But I was a wedding caterer for many years. And if you want to do private flights, you got to cook a lot of food. I'm the chef, I'm the cleaner, the cooker, the babysitter, the dog sitter, the whole thing.
Oh my
gosh. You are the jack of all trades, it sounds like.
I used to work construction too, so I can do that.
Holy smokes. What was your job in construction?
I have a degree in historic building restoration.
Nice.
So I worked on a lot of historic projects, bridges, government buildings, house museums.
What's your favorite construction one-liner?
I would say it's gonna have to be something regarding not getting it right the first time on measurements. I'm sure there's a couple phrases there.
Yeah.
Not the measure twice, cut once, but it's there's funnier ones out there. When you work on a construction crew, you hear all kinds of
not a lot of them are appropriate for a podcast, you know.
Nope, they're not. They're not.
Well, why don't you belly on up to the...
One more question. Who's more inappropriate, the people on the private jets or construction workers?
I would say private jets, hands down.
All right.
Hands
What's
down.
the weirdest thing you saw on one of these private jets?
That you could tell us about. I don't know if you signed the NDAs or anything.
I have so many non-disclosure agreements, but I'll tell you a good story.
Yes.
So I'm not embarrassed by anything. As far as I'm concerned, they can do whatever they want back there as long as it's not illegal and not going to get me in trouble with the police. But we picked up some professional ball players.
Okay.
And they had some ladies of the evening with them.
Oh, boy.
You know, good time gals.
Yeah.
And I had a new pilot, a young pilot. And it's an open cockpit situation. I've got a little door where my galley is that I shut, but they can come up there anytime. It's not like the airline.
Yep.
So they're having a good time, and the girls ended up with their tops off. Everybody's having fun. And one of the girls wants to come up and say hello to the pilots and asked if they could. And I said, abso-freaking-lutely. Get on up here. So she runs up to the cockpit and just sticks her whole body in there and says, hey, how are you guys doing? And this young pilot turned beet red and looks at, he was like, jaw on the floor. She was beautiful too, so it didn't hurt, you know.
Yeah. So the plane started turning and his hands weren't on the steering wheel, is what you're saying?
No comment. But we all had a really good laugh. It was super funny. But they were super nice, and you know, they're just having a good time back there. I got nothing to say about that.
Okay, so what you're telling me is that flying...
That we are in the wrong profession, Barons.
Whoa, hang on. flying above us at any given time. There are these private jets with some of which have gals of the evening, as you said here, that are up there distracting the pilots with their whatnots. I mean,
Hey,
I'm
comment.
concerned just sitting here right now. Jeez Louise.
Well, planes basically fly themselves these days. All they got to do is take off and land.
They
you
do.
know?
Okay.
100%. They fly in the first 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes. Everything else, they're usually just eat food.
All right, let's just keep the cockpit clear from now on.
I think you just unlocked.
And I don't mean it like that, for God's sake.
So that's why they call it a cockpit.
Oh,
that makes total sense.
I knew you were going there, Miles.
So I think you just unlocked a new goal for Charlie Barron's in his lifetime. He needs to make enough money to be able to charter one of these flights.
You know, I am not in private jet territory, okay? I'm not quite there yet. Oh.
Hey, I fly some of Milwaukee's most prominent citizens. I go there all the time for work. So.
Do you really? You fly some of the Milwaukee's most up to which citizens? You can't say.
You can't say.
Absolutely cannot say.
You cannot say, Charlie.
I would lose my job.
Are you a Packers fan?
I did bring some Vikings people into the Vikings-Packers game, and I was glad I was not doing their return flight because it doesn't sound like they had a great time.
Well, they didn't. No.
That's a real bummer right there. You know, I'm sitting next to AJ Dillon right now. Should I tell him you says hi?
Tell him I said hi. Hey, I dated a Wisconsinite. My last boyfriend. That's how I ended up with you guys.
Oh, no
you
kidding!
Guys in the breakup because you're hilarious. But,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm a Southern person, and I don't know. You guys have talked a lot of shit about some Southern ladies, but I think we are just too much.
Okay, here we go. All right, now we're getting into it. Okay.
We have not talked any.
No. Yes, correct.
Oh, come on now.
If anything, the Southern women come on this podcast and they talk crap about us Midwestern men is what I think has happened. I think that they said we were shy and... You know.
That was it because we had a Southern gal come on and say that we were not assertive enough at the bars. She said that the Southern men come up and they're like, "Hey there, why don't we go on a date or something?" You know, where the Southern guys are like, "Well, do you need a beer or no? Is someone else get one for you? I'd love to get you one." You know, so no, people were talking crap about Midwest guys.
Hey, I was really calling for recommendations on binoculars. That's the main reason. Since I'm quarantined at home, I don't know what it is about middle age, but I'm into birds.
Okay.
I live in the woods.
I'm so glad.
And, that was the main. Now we can go back into relationship talk, but I don't know. That's not quite as fun.
All right. Well, how much you want to spend on binoculars?
Well, hey, I'm a single income household, plenty of disposable money. So let's go good. Let's go last pair.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
All right. I've been looking at these.
My dad's old ones. You know, they're not great.
She has an unlimited budget is what she's saying.
I know. Okay.
Yeah.
So these are the ones that if I ever make it big, these are what I'm getting. The Swarovski. I don't even know how you say it, but
how are you going to afford that private jet if you're buying $3,000 binoculars?
I will buy these binoculars before if I get this kind of money.
Maybe not 3,000. I bought a tractor this year for 6,000, so I don't think I can spend $3,000 on binoculars.
Well, I like I like the Swarovski. Okay, get the smaller Swarovski ones. Let me find the model number for you. Swarovski. Oh God, I can't. These are all the monster ones. I put in best binoculars. If you Google Swarovski, hang on, I'll just do it. Jeez Louise. Okay.
What do you use your binoculars mainly for?
She said bird watching.
watcher?
She's like in bird watching.
Okay.
Yeah. So I live in the mountains. I live in the woods here, and I hike every day with my dog. I have 20 acres, and we get a lot of cool birds down here. I saw my first scarlet tanager this year.
Oh, you did?
Never
Aren't
saw
those? Oh, they're beautiful.
Oh,
The
God.
scarlet tanagers.
I'm about
You
to
ever
feel
seen
like
one?
how most people feel when a bunch of nerds start talking about Dungeons and Dragons. That's kind of how I feel when Charlie starts talking birds.
Back off, Miles. It's cool. I'm telling you.
You're used to seeing the red of a cardinal, but when you see the red on a scarlet tanager, oh my gosh, you haven't seen a red like that.
I did a double take.
Yeah,
because I wasn't sure. And I tell you what, this last thing set the birding world on fire here. A friend of mine had a painted bunting show up in her yard.
Oh.
And it looks like a lot of color bird, and they don't even live around here. People came bringing gifts like bird seed as almost like an altar. It made the news and everything. So
As an
pretty cool
offering.
stuff.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. Send me your address after this. I'll be down. What? I just want to sit in her backyard. That's it.
No, what you
okay?
should have said is
Here we get.
oh my
Look at that.
God.
Look at that painted bunting. Holy smoke.
You
Isn't that
saw
cool?
one of those?
That is a pretty bird. See, now Miles is into it.
It was nearby in my friend's yard. And
Well,
it was
if
set
bird
the whole
watching-
world on fire here.
If I saw a painted bunting every single time I bird watch, I think I'd like to do it. But mostly where I'm at, we got robins, and that's about it. So,
And
That's
you
around it.
go.
No.
Here's the binocs you want to get. Get the Vortex
Okay,
Razor.
let's hit it.
Vortex Razor HD binocs.
those look like a good set of
It's
monocs.
a nice set of binocs. You'll like them.
Those are some nice knocks.
Yeah, they're nice knocks.
Nice set of knockers.
It's a,
Those ones.
That we don't
I
call
was
them
about to say,
knockers.
like those ladies on the plane. There's a nice set of knockers.
There we go. There we go.
Oh
Full-
my gosh! Full
Hey,
circle.
I know why she has the job that she has. She's very charismatic.
She's super charismatic.
I would love for you to be my flight attendant. You get the whole, when they get the, I know this is a commercial thing, but they get the telephone when they tell everyone to buckle their seatbelt and all that other stuff. I bet you would be electric on that. You would be cracking jokes and all that.
Hey, I have to do those safety briefs just like the airlines do, but we get them done in about 30 seconds, and yet it's a quick little conversation. Hey, if I'm ever in Milwaukee and you guys want to come see a really nice private jet, I'll have to give you guys a holler. You can come out and check it out.
I love how we just get to look at it. We don't get to ride in it.
We get to look at it through her new binoculars.
Yeah, from outside the fence. She's like, all right, you're going to
It's
pull
an
up.
$80 million plane. It's a pretty
Holy
nice one.
smokes! That's a
Hey,
lot of dough.
Let's take her up on that. Go take photos on it and be like, "Oops, a daisy!
There you
Accidentally had to take a private jet tonight." Post it online like all the fake influencers do. They
Yeah.
go on the fake private jet things.
Oh, I heard they do that.
We should start doing that.
See,
Yeah.
yeah. I think I'd if I were to do that, I'd go into a nice RV or something. You
Yeah.
know, honestly.
About the
There you go.
equivalent.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Well, thank you for calling in. This
It
has
was
been.
really, it was nice
Hey,
talking to you guys.
Could be a reoccurring segment. We've asked a lot of people at where you at, what you hauling.
Yeah,
This applies to her too in the
Oh,
air.
yeah.
It's not just a trucker thing.
yeah. She's hauling several gals. You know. Good Lord.
Reoccurring flight attendant segment. Where you at? What you hauling? Different, but the same.
Oh my God, you guys would not be able to keep up. I go all over the world.
Well, it's just at
So
the
it's,
moment where you at? What you hauling?
Sure, I'll call back in. No worries. And my phone was on the plane, and it goes up to 47,000 feet, so it'd be a
Okay.
to Holland.
Last question for you.
Yeah.
The people want to know. Is it bullshit that we all have to turn our phones on airplane mode on the plane?
And why is the answer yes?
Total bullshit.
Total
I
bullshit.
knew it. Why did they make us do that?
Can I tell you? Can I tell you the reason why they do that though?
Yes.
It's more of a safety issue. So if something's gonna go wrong on a plane, it's gonna probably happen during takeoff. Okay. So if everybody is now, it doesn't really matter because there's monitors and all that stuff. Everybody's watching something anyways. But if everybody is plugged into their cell phones during takeoff and something happens, the more people that are paying attention, the better. So if you don't have your phone and it's in airplane mode, it's not. So that's more of where it goes from. But trust me, if your cell phone did anything to impact the flying of the plane, you wouldn't be allowed to have one on the plane.
Yeah, seriously.
Because we know everybody leaves it on. Everybody does.
100%.
So,
There we go.
Yeah.
We heard it here first. Our resident bellied up podcast flight attendant.
We're kind of like an investigative journalism podcast.
We are now, yeah.
We got that info out there. Well,
All right.
This is really great. Next time you're in Milwaukee, let us know. I'll come work a shift on the plane.
No,
I'll say hi to your.
We'll work our way. We don't get to just relax on it.
No,
we'll actually be.
We'll do the dishes.
What's the flight attendant equivalent to a sous chef?
I don't know. That would be me. I do literally
assistant
everything.
to the flight attendant.
You look in a skirt.
I tell you what, I got American thighs. Those things are gonna look pretty good in a skirt. Yeah.
Let's do it. That'd be great. Well, thanks so much for taking my call. I can't believe I got through. You guys have a great afternoon.
Thanks for making me imagine Miles in a skirt. Yeah.